What's up, YouTube? Back at you again with a couple of options for you for storm season. It is that time again where the storms are more frequent, and for most people, they'll be getting a little bit of snow here shortly. We know winter is officially the 21st of December, but it might feel a little more like winter here for a couple people like myself in another week or so. So, progressively coming up with some storm options is a good idea right now. We always want to be prepared and teach preparedness here at this channel. So, here's a couple of options that I've decided to add in the house for the family when there is an emergency where the power might go off and you're left in the dark, whether that be due to some sort of snowstorm or extreme thunderstorm that might be happening. So yeah, I got a couple options here, as you can see. So let's kind of get into the meat and potatoes of things. So you can see what options might work for you. Now, I only have a couple options here. There's a lot of lanterns and candles and things on the market. So these are just some of the things that I use. So you might agree or disagree. But yeah, let's get into it. Well, first of all, we got the lantern that is burning a little bit of olive oil there, as you can see. And this is always a good healthy option because they sell fuel at the store for this lantern and the wick that goes with it, but that fuel is not really conducive to your health, so to speak, and it's kicking off a lot of fumes and stuff for something to be burning, for this particular type of lantern to be burning in the house. So just your common virgin olive oil that you cook with is what this lantern is filled with. And it might kick off a little bit of smoke initially, but if you let that wick on the inside there kind of soak in there for a little bit, and once that smoke settles, then yeah, it works just fine. A lot of people, they want to know if there's a fuel to burn in these things where if you inhale the fumes or stuff, you don't want that stuff traveling around the house. So yeah, olive oil is the trick for a lantern like this. And I keep a couple of these stocked away. I actually have one outside by the shed, or like the little barn house, and it's full of that other fuel that you can purchase from the store because it's for outside use. But a couple of these on the inside of the house, maybe two or three, is a good idea for a low light option and something that'll continuously burn and you can put wick in. So we'll go ahead and put this out. And it's as easy as that. And as you can see, there's a little bit of white smoke coming out the top of there, but once that subsides, or you can lower your wick there and get it to go away. So that's option number one. Option number two, short and sweet, candles. You can get these at your local dollar store, or go to your Walmart or just your local store and grab up a couple cheap candles. Don't have to be scented, don't have to be anything spectacular about them. I'm not sure how many hours one of these candles would burn, but I assume that I'm sure it would probably burn all night. A candle of this length will probably burn all night. So you always want to keep you a couple of candles around for, an emergency. Another thing about about utilizing fire for lighting is if it's cold, it's not going to kick off a lot of light. It will not kick off a lot of light, or a lot of heat, should I say, heat or light. But you know, you could always warm your hands, you know, when you're utilizing fire for lighting. So candles are another option um, for lighting in the case of a storm. So self-explanatory. Keep you some candles around the house. And these particular candles that I got, only $1. So I got a ton of them. A lot of concerns with the candle is if you have young children. So just a little disclaimer, watch your kids. If you're going to use any of these options, make sure that you're watching your kids, or making sure the candles are not within reach of your children being able to get to them and tamper with that, and cause more detrimental situation for the family. I picked these little small lanterns up, and this is just about these are more about lanterns per se. I have tons and tons of flashlights, but I feel like flashlights, comparatively speaking, to like a lantern, or something like, you know, one of these, where maybe the family will probably gather in you know, a small space, or use it to light a room, you know, because it's luminescent light, you know, and you want it to shine bright, and kind of, you know, if you're looking for something in the dark. So flashlights are kind of like a direct or directional type thing. So I wanted to focus more so on the lanterns here. And so these are Cascade lanterns. I actually seen these at Costco, and you get 3 of them for $12. They're very inexpensive, but I think they are 500 lumens. So you just go ahead and you lift it up like that, and that's the low light setting. That's its highest setting. Oh, there's the highest setting. My apologies. And then the red strobe there. And these little lights, 500 lumens, kicking out. They're pretty good lights. So yes, absolutely would suggest getting some of these. They're very inexpensive. They last a very long time, and as you can see, they're kicking off a sufficient amount of light to be able to light a room in an emergency situation. So I would suggest you keep you some of these on you. And again, they are called the Cascade Mountain Tech. Cascade Mountain Tech. And I'll try to make sure that I leave those links below so you can be able to find these. Next option that I have for a power outage issue are these little lanterns. These are the least expensive of the lanterns. These are basically from Walmart. They're like little $3 or $4 lanterns. So we did the hanging lantern, or the barn lantern, and then the candles. Those prices kind of vary. I think the barn lantern is about $7 in price, $7 to $10 in price. Candles are $1. The Cascade Tech lights are $12, I think $12.99, and these are the least expensive. I think these are 300 lumen lights. These could be used for the children. They're very fun. They're kind of children oriented, but they also kick off a decent amount of light. Um, you know, if you didn't really or weren't really, I guess, knowledgeable about, lumens and how bright something can be, like myself. These are surprisingly bright, and they're very kid friendly. You can sit them on one side, and it kind of wobbles there, or you can just turn it over on the flat end, which makes more sense. But the kids will be kids. But I got these for the kids. Of course, an adult can also use it. You go down, first thing you're probably going to do when you have a power outage is check your box and everything and see if it's not something that popped. But this is another emergency use. Again, I'll put these inside the link below, so you can find all of these lights. These are just things that I've chosen for power outages this year. We're getting snow again next week. So I want to make sure I have a couple of options for lighting for the family that they can work with, in particular lantern style lights. So it's a low setting. Red low read light on these, and emergency flash. And then last, what was added to my lantern, emergency lantern use, was these neat Duracell 1000 lumen lanterns that I add. These are going for about $25 to $30 for the pair. Again, they are 1000 lumen lanterns here. And they also have a little, probably use better with this one. They have a little USB port on the back of them. There. Let's see if you can get that to focus. And you can use these lanterns to charge your mobile devices, charge your iPads or something like that. They have two different options or two different uses for these lights. And again, they're kicking off 1000 lumens. And these lights are terrific. Okay, so this is the last thing that I have for my emergency lighting for weather conditions. Low setting. Emergency red strobes. And that's it. Well, I wanted to keep this video nice, short, and sweet, and kind of just give you a couple of options for the inclement weather that is amongst us. It has been raining here for the past 2 days, so I've been using this option, or I've been using this time to try to come up with different options to catch rain and the secondary containment. So stay tuned for that information, because we always want to stay ready for the inevitable situations ahead. So keeping this short and sweet, I hope that everybody enjoyed the video. Of course, I'm going to put the links below. Let me know if there's anything or any one of these lights that you like in particular. But yeah, that's my options there. So stay safe, everybody. Make sure that you're preparing for this weather ahead. It's starting to get cold, cool, it's rainy. So things are getting ready to come to a head. So stay safe, everybody. Stay prepared, and I'll see you next time.